Saturday, January 6, 2018, Sunday, January 7, 2018. Fasten your seatbelt, Aries. It's going to be a bumpy weekend. Lusty Mars teams up with limitless Jupiter in your 8th house of intimacy and intense emotions. Not only is this their only meetup of the year, these two firebrands won't hook up in your 8th house again for 12 years. Don't be caught blinking when blazing passion ignites, because it could happen quickly. Single rams could meet a soulmate in one of those gobsmacking moments of instant karmic recognition. But this isn't likely to happen in your living room. You need to get out there, fearlessly. Couples could wade into deeper emotional waters now. If you've reached an impasse in your relationship, honesty mixed with an equal amount of vulnerability will get you past anyone's impenetrable gates. Since the 8th house also governs shared resources, you and a partner, business, romantic or familial, could come into a financial windfall, whether from a joint venture or a collaborative project. If you're just launching such an initiative, take your time and do proper planning, testing and due diligence. The impatience of these reckless planets could cause you to rush in when caution is actually advised. Saturday, January 6, 2018, Sunday, January 7, 2018. Could you use a breakthrough in the partnership department, Bull? Good news comes this weekend, with the feisty confab of lusty Mars and bold Jupiter in your 7th house of relationships. This is their only meeting of the year, and the two powerhouses won't reconnect in your 7th house for another 12 years. No wonder you're unusually motivated to team up, whether for business or pleasure, or both. Truly, with the right game plan, you could take over the world, or at least your corner of it. But don't rush things. Mars and Jupiter can be headlong and headstrong, and might force your hand when you're better off taking your time. They could stir up a little obsessive thinking, so take pains to consciously direct your energy. Starting or strengthening a daily meditation practice can help you now. If you're feeling backed into a corner by the other party, clearly communicate that you need more space. Saturday, January 6, 2018, Sunday, January 7, 2018. There's no point in doing things halfway this weekend, Gemini, so plan to either go big or go home. On Saturday, an empowering alignment of motivator Mars and expansive Jupiter in your 6th house of wellness helps you set some new goals and hit the ground running, possibly literally. There could be some CrossFit training or a mini marathon in your future. Your body will enjoy any kind of new fitness challenge, and this Mars-Jupiter meetup gives you the wherewithal to try something outside of your normal range. Your sign tends to dive in head first, so avoid a careless injury by pacing yourself and staying aware of your surroundings. Check in with yourself. What dreams or adventures keep getting put on hold because you're too busy doing the things you have to do? Then ask yourself when you'll finally be ready. Enough waiting. You'll continue to find reasons to put these important things off. Rough out a timeline and take the plunge. If you're truly not sure where to begin, make a list of all the possibilities, then prioritize them, in any way that makes sense to you, and do one thing this weekend. Saturday, January 6, 2018, Sunday, January 7, 2018. When it comes to bridges this weekend, plan on building, not burning them. On Saturday, passionate Mars locks into an embrace with candid Jupiter in your 5th house of love. It'll be hard not to make romance your top priority. After a hectic week, you could use a little chill-out time, not to mention a lot of affection. If you're in a relationship, let your SO know exactly what you need. Keeping them guessing will only lead to frustration, then be sure to return the kindnesses. If you have a crush on someone, or a new connection is just beginning to blossom, don't keep your feelings to yourself, Cancer. This mashup of Mars and Jupiter, two of the most impatient, risk-taking planets, helps you get over your fears and express yourself. It may not be your usual MO, but see what happens if you throw caution to the wind and reveal what's in your heart or share a secret fantasy. Chances are you'll have an enthusiastic lab partner for this chemistry experiment. Saturday, January 6, 2018, Sunday, January 7, 2018. Sleeping in is probably not happening this weekend, Leo, as a potent mashup between butt-kicking Mars and expansive Jupiter powers up your home and family sector. This could bring a huge breakthrough in your personal life, like a rapprochement with a feuding relative or roomie, or good news about your living space. If you've been thinking about making some home improvements, or moving, things could happen quickly now. The assertive energy of this Mars-Jupiter mashup could instigate an air-clearing moment of truth. Since the fourth house rules women, an inspirational female may come to you with an incredible opportunity, possibly one that involves travel or relocation. If this happens, don't waste time overthinking it, Leo. You need to strike while the iron is red hot. Saturday, January 6, 2018, Sunday, January 7, 2018. Testing, 1, 2. This weekend you get a chance to be the keynote speaker, thanks to a brilliant alignment of motivational Mars and optimistic Jupiter in your third house of communication. Now that you have the full attention of your social network, what do you want to say? More than ever, you want to know what your message is and how to best deliver it. It's not enough to utter inspirational yet empty phrases. This is go time, and you need to be 100% on your game. If the mere thought of that makes you break out in a cold sweat, consider using the weekend to test things out. Invite a sibling or neighbor to be your sounding board. Ask them to be honest but kind, and you'll get some helpful feedback. Just do something. You can't squander this moment and allow your inspired visions to turn into pipe dreams. Even if you have to scale back a bit or launch slowly, you want to seize the moment. Saturday, January 6, 2018, Sunday, January 7, 2018. You know it's the weekend, but tell that to assertive Mars and bountiful Jupiter, who are holding their own private conference in your second house of work and money. Your thoughts might casually wander to an unfinished assignment or a financial idea you're kicking around, but these two have really big plans for you, Libra. Don't be caught unawares if a major job offer comes your way or a project you've been pitching finally gets green-lighted next week. Jupiter rules travel, so these opportunities could involve logging frequent flyer miles or a possible relocation. Because of the impatient nature of these planets, you might be forced to make a decision on the spot. If something seems worth the risk, be ready to take a leap of faith. This confidence-boosting alignment makes it an auspicious time to launch an entrepreneurial venture or make a big ask, like for a raise or promotion. Saturday, January 6, 2018, Sunday, January 7, 2018. This could be the weekend you finally learn to fake it till you make it, Scorpio. Your mysterious sign isn't always comfortable in the spotlight, but you might not have much choice in the matter, thanks to the irresistible alignment of plucky Mars and lucky Jupiter in your sign. Like it or not, you're positively oozing the it factor. You might as well draft an acceptance speech, or at least be ready to hold forth on a pet project. You could become a social media star, especially if one of your posts or pictures goes viral. Suck it up, a modest one, these 15 minutes of star power are not to be squandered. If you've been biting your tongue about a certain issue, candid Jupiter can help you find the right words to start a conversation. Just be careful about coming on too strong, always a risk when that spontaneous, forthright planet is in the mix. You don't need to hit someone over the head to make your point. Saturday, January 6, 2018, Sunday, January 7, 2018. Had enough, Sagittarius? Then get ready, get set. To let it go. On Saturday, make it happen. Mars teams up with candid Jupiter in your 12th house of closure. You've given it your best shot and stuck it out longer than almost anyone would. Now it's time to end this chapter and begin a new one. You're finally in a place to step away from whatever, or whoever, has been draining your batteries: a toxic relationship, a self-destructive habit, a job that's holding you back instead of advancing you. It's your call whether to simply walk away or clear the air. If it's the latter, this courageous cosmic confab will give you the confidence to speak your piece without needing to defend yourself. You may have the compassion of a saint, but doesn't mean you should play martyr. The 12th house rules intuition and introspection, making this is a powerful time to deep dive into your buried emotions and dreams. They could be especially vivid this weekend. Don't ignore weird coincidences or feelings of déjà vu. The universe speaks to us in symbolic language, and it could be sending you important messages. Saturday, January 6, 2018, Sunday, January 7, 2018. Who's the captain of Team Sea Goat? Why, you are. Hello. And if you find yourself feeling all rah-rah about your squad this weekend, you can thank a mighty mashup of motivational Mars and enthusiastic Jupiter in your 11th house of collaborations. But don't waste too much precious energy just thinking or thinking. This is the time to get things moving and shaking. Brainstorms will come fast and furious. Make sure someone is taking good field notes and that your second in command is ready to start implementing them. You can lead, or you can follow. If you're still assembling your soul tribe, put yourself out there. Check out different groups until you find the right one. Make it a habit to surround yourself with inspiring people. And make the most of every situation you find yourself in. Casual brunches or potlucks can double as networking opportunities, so rehearse your elevator pitch until you've got it down pat. The 11th house also rules technology, and with expansive Jupiter and fearless Mars stoking your personal cyberspace, you could write a post or create a video that goes viral. Saturday, January 6, 2018, Sunday, January 7, 2018. Yes, Aquarius, it's the weekend, but with today's rare and dynamic smash-up of auspicious Jupiter and powerhouse Mars in your 10th house of professional ambitions, you can't afford not to think about building your empire. This career launcher won't happen again for 12 years, so you want to squeeze every last drop of mojo out of it. Don't apologize if you have to pop into the office on the way to brunch or dash off a few important emails in the middle of a jam session. If this is what it takes to achieve worldly success, so be it. Find a way to manage the stress that's an inevitable byproduct of this fiery configuration. Newsflash, you can blast ahead without engaging in power struggles. Don't let your emotions get the best of you. That fiery email you're ready to send to your dictatorial boss or never satisfied client? Write it, but save it as a draft. On Monday, when your blood pressure is back to normal, reread it and then write a way more tempered version. Saturday, January 6, 2018, Sunday, January 7, 2018. Put your passive side on ice this weekend and test drive a whole new approach to risk. On Saturday, the year's only meetup of go-getter Mars and gambler Jupiter falls in your 9th house of adventure, luck and travel. If you're going to make any headway in these areas, or have any fun, you need to stop being a worrywart and take a chance with an independent venture. Even if this speculation doesn't pay off immediately, it can plant seeds that'll sprout in good time, And here your Piscean patience will come in very handy. Nothing ventured, nothing gained, so hold your nose and dive in. With these two unbridled planets in your candid ninth house, you could dole out your truth serum in too large a dose, so as a counterbalance, go to the other extreme and soft pedal your message.